This would make a great, great gift. Gentlemen, if you are watching, this would make a great gift, and she will definitely love you. And I also think because it's sideways, it will stand out. Everybody will notice. It will be a topic of conversation. So if you want to stand out, definitely Susan's jewelry is for you. Again, everybody, if you have just tuned in, my name is Christine. You are watching You Save TV, and we are bringing you a unique, one-of-a-kind jewelry line from Susan. This is her Nomadic Sun jewelry line. Okay, Susan, one more time, why don't we just go over the details, the intricate details on this, because we are coming to a close on this one. So for those of you that have just tuned in, take a look at this.
Yes, there are very, very intricate details here that are achieved by a process called liver of sulfur, where I put the piece in an oxidizing agent, and that brings out the recessed areas here. And then I polish it through a process in a tumbler, which creates this high shine finish. And as you can see, the wings are very, very ornate, very reminiscent of a butterfly's actual wings, and the symmetry, of course. And then here on the bail, I included a flower, because I believe that flowers and butterflies are synonymous. They're just things of beauty. And so this piece really gives a feeling of, beauty overall.
And I love the beading that goes up here as well.
Yes.
To me, it sort of mirrors the wings
Yes.
up on top. I love that. And you said there's a flower detail right up there.
And the knots, of course, symbolizing strength to embrace life's changes.
And the knots go all the way up, all the way through the entire necklace. Now, this is beautiful. The black rope necklace that goes right into that.
Yes. And it's black so that the piece really does stand out, because it's such an intricate piece. And even though this cord does have a design, a rope design to it, it does not at all overpower this piece. And the black symbolizes mystery. This one is called Valkyrie, and a Valkyrie is actually a Celtic warrior maiden from Nordic mythology. And it's a really interesting concept, because it's believed that there was a ruler of the gods named Odin, and that the Valkyries assisted Odin in battle and directed all of the fallen warriors to Valhalla, which is their version of paradise. And so they were very instrumental in doing so, in helping the warriors to find their way to Valhalla. So I designed this piece with that whole mythology in mind. And I'm very fascinated by Celtic folklore as well.
Yes. Well, this design, again, is so intricate. The way that the cord goes up and through each side.
Yes, and the beads are completely handcrafted as well. And they have the design that's very much a part of Celtic knotwork designs, also as a part of the bead. So these are made of the pure silver as well as the rest of the piece.
Right, and then what are these for? These on the side?
Yeah, these are the beads that are used of the pure silver that really kind of bring the whole design together. And the knots, of course, symbolizing power and strength, because to be a fierce warrior maiden, you have to have much strength.
There you go.
And the knot design exists throughout the entire piece, as you can see.
Right.
And it's pretty elaborate, this piece, but it kind of reminds me of a shield, but not a round shield. It's actually kind of got a different, unique shape to it. And it's got the eternity knot as part of the back of the piece, and the green crystal to also symbolize new beginnings and transformation.
So each of these beads you made yourself?
Yes,
out of
I handcrafted these beads as well. Every single piece on here is handcrafted
and you can
separately.
See, everyone look at that, you can see the detail in that as well, that she handcrafted on each of these beads. Look at that. And then we see a jewel, a gem.
Yes.
Right there as well. You may have gone over it, but I think I missed it.
Well,
So.
I always associate green with Celtic designs, and with this kind of motif, I tend to kind of gravitate towards green. And also, with each section of the piece, what's very interesting is you see the knotwork, but it's very, very different knotwork in each section, but comes together in balance very, very nicely. And also this kind of V effect as well, all throughout the design, brings the
Right.
whole piece together. And it's layered pieces as well. It's not a mold, it's handcrafted. Each section is made separately and handcrafted and melded together.
That is good to know.
So there's a lot of work that goes.
So let's show all that detail right in there. We see the circular design.
Yes, in the center there's a circular design with, again, that motif of kind of the different elements of the circle and the spiral, and in the center that really kind of being sort of a seed of growth and change. And if you look also here, it's kind of in 4 sections,
Right.
and that's to symbolize the 4 elements: water, air, fire.
Oh,
Yes.
I like that.
And this at the top is kind of an owl face, and at the bottom is a feather. So an owl is a very important symbol to me. It's actually my totem.
Let's take a look at that and see what it looks like against the skin. Again, last chance for this one. Here it is. Look at that. Really makes a statement. And I really feel it's not too large and it's not too small.
Absolutely. Yes. And it really can be worn with anything. It can be worn with a simple black dress. It can be worn with jeans. It's just very versatile.
So any time of the day. So 80 pounds, everybody. So gentlemen, if you get that special someone, this piece that nobody else can get, she will love you so much. Now this is just 40 pounds. The high price on this one is 69 pounds, but you can get yourself one for just... So we can look at that. 40
you
can see all the detail
pounds.
in there. The spiral right in the middle.
Yes.
And then the red cord on this one.
This red cord symbolizes energy and fire and brilliance and the kind of color that you would see in a really brilliant sunset. And red has always been associated with passion and fire and that kind of feeling. So I chose that really for this design. And I think it really sets the piece off very nicely as well.
Yes, it
and
does.
echoed by the metallic kind of iridescent beads here. You see that kind of bring the whole thing together, really,
Right.
with the silver here and then the silver beads here. And then the knots, of course, symbolizing strength, because strength is a very important part of life, being strong. And so the whole thing kind of comes together in this very, it kind of evokes a feeling of happiness and of beginnings with the spiral motif in the center. Again, I use this spiral motif, and it really does symbolize regeneration and growth
Right.
and new beginnings.
So again, great detail on this, but it's not as ornate as a lot of the other pieces.
It's a smaller piece, yes.
So, right. So if that's what you were looking for, this is a piece for you. It's very light, easy to wear. The cord is beautiful as well, and you can see the detail in the knots and the beading. Now this one has 2 cords, also like another piece.
Yes, it does. And the 2 cords to me always symbolize a union, a feeling of union, 2 things coming together.
This is one of the smaller pieces as
Yes.
well. So if you're looking for something smaller, I love that everything is so symbolic for you. So for
Yes.
those of you that love symbols, this jewelry line is for you. Now why don't we go over some of the details on that as well. Now we can see, obviously, that it's a peace sign, but right inside of the peace sign we have all the little details.
Yeah,
in
the
there.
circles really kind of echo the design of the peace sign of the outer circle.
Right.
And it kind of brings together the whole design. And I also included it in the bail as well. And then I put this very ornate kind of cord to also accent it so that the sign,
Right.
peace sign really stands out as a very powerful symbol.
I think what's great about this cord as well is it doesn't overpower the peace sign,
Right.
probably because
Exactly.
of the color
Yes.
as well.
That's why I chose the color. Yes.
So again, look at that, everybody. The peace sign, 40 pounds.